All right, let's start with the big story that we are tracking today, where the big day is finally upon us. Prince Harry will be getting married to his longtime sweetheart Meghan Markle at the St. George's Chapel in Windsor Castle in a few hours from now. The fans of the royal family have been camping outside the venue for several days now. They were in for a major surprise when the groom and also his brother made an unexpected appearance. The Prince Harry and William did a walkabout outside the Windsor Castle on the eve of the royal wedding. The Prince Harry was greeted by his well-wishers and spent nearly about 10 minutes chatting with the crowd. Back.
It's very exciting. I've come to other royal events. I was here for Edward and Sophie's wedding. I went to Princess William and Catherine's wedding, and this evening I got to shake Prince William's hand. So I'm very happy. I've been to events in New Zealand where he's been there, and I've been in the front row, and he's moved one person along and shook their hand. So yes, it was very exciting after many years of following.
I was the last person he saw before he turned around and went back in again. But yeah, it was lovely to see him. He looked so calm, so happy. But yeah, it was lovely to see him.
Did you manage to shake his hand?
I did, yeah. I won't wash it again. But yeah, I did. I shook his hand. Wished him well for tomorrow. But it was lovely to see him.
All right, so that is what some of the excited locals, commoners who have been given a chance to take a look at the wedding up close in the Windsor Castle have had to say. Meanwhile, Meghan Markle and also her mother, Doria Ragland, arrived at a nearby Cliveden House hotel. They arrived at the hotel following tea with the Queen. After being quizzed by the reporters, Markle said that she was feeling wonderful. Her father, however, is unable to attend the wedding after having undergone a heart surgery. Now, this indeed is the most anticipated wedding in several years, and some details of the ceremony have been trickling out. Here's a list of the people who have been chosen to play a pivotal role in the royal ceremony. The Prince William will be the best man at Prince Harry's wedding. British royal wedding technically does not include a best man in the proceedings. However, Prince William had broken the royal protocol when he made Prince Harry his best man in his wedding to Kate Middleton in 2011. Now, all are under the age of 8 with respect to Meghan Markle's bridesmaids. Now, she will not have a maid of honour, but by her side for the big day. And Prince Harry's niece, Princess Charlotte, will be one of the bridesmaids. In addition to this, other bridesmaids are Meghan's 7-year-old twin goddaughters, Rylan and Remy Litt, and Ivy Mulroney. Now, daughter of Meghan's best friend Jessica, Harry's goddaughters Florence Van Cutsem and also Zaylee Warren will also be the bridesmaids. And 4-year-old Prince George will be one of the page boys. He will be joined by Jasper Dyer, who is Harry's godson, and also his trusted mentor, Mark Dyer. Now, Dyer has been a key father figure to the prince since childhood. Also on the list are Brian and John Mulroney, who are twin sons of Meghan Markle's best friends. And also, according to reports, the royal couple is planning a touching tribute to Princess Diana. The Diana's sister will give a reading during the ceremony. Now, the royal couple's florists will also be decorating the chapel with white roses along with other flowers. White roses are considered to be Diana's favourite, and also one of the gardens in the Kensington Palace has been transformed into a white garden to mark the 20th anniversary of her death. All right, let's also now take a quick look at the guest list. The royal family, of course, will be in full attendance for the nuptial vows, and others on the guest list include the Clooneys. Now, reports indicate that Amal Clooney and Meghan Markle are long-time good friends. Now, apart from the Clooneys, you also will have the Spice Girls. The sensation of the 90s of Britain are back to attend this wedding 20 years later, and popular Brit band could also perform at the wedding. Now, apart from this, Priyanka Chopra, the Indian actor, is said to be a good friend of Meghan Markle and has also been invited. And the cast of the series Suits, much of the cast members of Suits who have worked with Meghan Markle are also expected to attend the royal wedding. Now, apart from this, Serena Williams, the tennis sensation, is a close friend of Meghan Markle. James Blunt, the Grammy-nominated singer, served with Harry during their time in the British Army and is in the guest list. Alright, now it's just a few hours from now that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will walk down the aisle. The palace has released the order of service Friday evening. And from the hymns to the vows, here's a breakdown of the lengthy order of service with everything that you need to know in Indian Standard Time. Now, at about 12:30 p.m, the invited members of the public will start to gather on the lawn outside the chapel, from where they will watch the royals and also the wedding guests come and go. Now, these are the scenes that you in fact see at 12:30 p.m, so it's expected to start in like another half an hour's time. At 2 p.m. Indian Standard Time, chapel guests will begin to arrive and must be seated, and by 3:45 p.m. and at 3:50 p.m. the royal family will arrive. Now at 4:25 p.m. the Queen, as the most senior member of the royal family and is the last royal to arrive, at 4:29 p.m. Meghan will arrive by car with her bridesmaids and also page boys. At 4:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, the service in St. George's Chapel will get underway, where the Dean of Windsor and also the Archbishop of Canterbury will marry Meghan and Harry in front of about 600 guests who have been allowed to sit inside the chapel. At about 5:30 p.m, the newlyweds will embark on an open-air carriage procession along the Castle Hill, the High Street and also into the Windsor Town Centre, before returning along the long walk to the castle for the reception. Now, after 6:30 p.m, there will be a reception hosted by the Queen at St. George's Hall for the couple and also their guests. After 10:30 p.m, Prince Charles will host a private reception at Frogmore House for the couple and 200 close friends and family. And also anticipation has been mounting around the royal wedding, as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are all set to tie the knot, and their fans simply can't wait to catch a glimpse of the royal couple. Now, die-hard royal fans have descended and camped outside the Windsor Castle. Sleepy fans were seen waking up after having spent the entire night on the street outside the Windsor Castle. Now, most of the fans who are using the Union Jack flags and also clothing bearing the couple's faces have in fact set up camp behind the barriers on the route that the royal procession will take through the Berkshire town. Thames Valley Police are running security checks and have enforced a no-tent rule, forcing people to sleep in the open air on fold-up chairs, with some using sleeping bags on the pavement. But that's clearly not dampened the exuberant spirit of the fans.
And I really love you both, Harry and Meghan. And I really hope it works out for you both. Love you to bits. And I'm from Fulham. I sit in Kensington Palace every other day when it's sun shining. And I go to Princess Diana's walk. God bless. I hope you get on really well.
There was no sleep.
No sleep. But it's been a fantastic atmosphere of everybody with camaraderie, and it's really nice to meet people from all across the world that have joined together to witness this historic event and celebrate.
The royal fans, as they were called, camping out on the cold streets, spending the entire night just in anticipation of getting a glimpse of their beloved royal couple. Now, more than 100,000 people are expected to gather on the streets of Windsor to catch a glimpse of the royal couple. The fans covered thousands of miles to attend the most anticipated wedding of the year. The royal fans were dressed in finery to rival the royals. Some were also seen wearing suits and sunglasses with a British flag on them, while one of the royal fan who wished to outshine Harry's grandmother, Queen Elizabeth, wore a crown and also a sash. With last-minute preparations being made, some of the royal fans had some marriage advice for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle to make it last. Let's listen in.
Everything else aside, and know that you found each other, and that's all that matters.
Enjoy each other, have fun, and ignore all the chaos around you. Just enjoy each other.
To have lots of babies.
and enjoy and let all the older family members meet their children. And I'm sure he'll be extremely happy.
Wow, we're super excited. We're so excited for her and Harry. And even though she's not Canadian, we kind of feel, all Canadians feel connected to her since they met in Toronto and were dating in Toronto. And, you know, we've kind of adopted it as our own.
And also Lego lovers rolled up their sleeves to make a replica of the portrait of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Now the Lego portrait is composed of 1,064 pieces.
It's quite OCD though, isn't it?
Meanwhile, the entire ceremony is going to be broadcast live and is expected. The wedding will be dominating the headlines of pretty much every newspaper and news channel in Britain and also in some other nations as well.